We're good. We're recording.
Okay. Oh, well.
Hey, welcome back everyone to my big fat Greek D&D campaign. So where we left off, the party we're on the outskirts of Athens where because Amaro's having these visions of Athena turning to stone and feeling that their connection with their goddess is weakening. And so the party traveled forth, started to notice stone statues here, there, like a very few, but more than enough to cause concern as to weren't those statues there before words. And so when the party finally steps into Athens, they see that almost everyone, citizens tall and small, with a few corpses here and there, of people turned to stone. All of them look like they're fleeing from the city, but there were a few people that piqued your interest, especially Slade, which we're going to go into a little thing with you at the beginning of this session once I'm done recapping. But notice that there are these warrior women that were looking like they were running into the city. And you were able to recognize that they were a part of Artemis's hunt. And as you were walking through the city, you noticed that a good cluster of them were at the Parthenon, with one of them holding a not magical, but a very sophisticated, fancy, flashy book in their hand, which is it seems like a very important book about all the information on Snowmelt, which is, as we know, the city of Hestia, the goddess of the hearth and flame, for whatever reason, leaving the Parthenon, where it has all the knowledge that they could possibly ever want inside there. And you go in, you find out, try to befriend Medusa, sort of, at the beginning, try to talk to her, and Warren just walks in and almost gets, not really turned to stone, but walks in and starts combat where Connor, sorry, almost gets turned to stone at the beginning, but then everybody else was fine and end up fighting and noticing the statue of Athena on top of a water fountain in the middle of the Parthenon. And you all ended up making your way to the way back of the building where you slew Medusa, cut off her head, and now have it wrapped up. And Therona and Connor unfortunately went unconscious, but luckily was brought back up by Mara. And as Mara was bringing Therona back up, they both noticed a hooded figure casting a ritual or doing a ritual at the fountain, where you started seeing these glowing lines in Athena's statue crumble to dust and turn into an arrow as a big hole opens up into the ceiling and blasts off. And as you know, it's the same ritual, or looked like a pretty similar ritual to what happened with Hera way back in the campaign. And as you all finally process what happened and Athena's shield clatters to the ground, one of Hermes's runners runs into the building and asks, is everything okay? But it was too late. And in typical Connor fashion, Edgerly walks out of the Parthenon as Hermes is distraught by not being able to be there in time yet again to help save one of his siblings. He notices that there are absolutely no other statues in the city. They are all gone. And we're going to cut to Slade. So this is happening, backtracking a little bit. So, Slade, you notice one of these statues of these huntresses, and you instantly recognize it as part of the people in your story. I can't remember all of it, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you notice that. So is there anything you would like to do in particular? You do notice that there are some of these figures that you definitely remember from back then.
I would like to approach the figures and identify them, if possible.
Okay. So, can you roll an investigation check? I guess.
Sure thing. Would that be a d20?
Yes.
Okay, roll for investigation. 11.
11. So you see that most of these people, women, have like fur pelts on them, similar stuff to what you remember, and you definitely remember the insignia of the moon and bow embroidered somewhere or stamped or branded onto like their armor or just hanging off of them. And you do notice that like again they're all like heading towards the one direction, but you're not quite sure of anything else. That's basically what you get off of that.
Am I the only person that is looking around at the moment, or what is the rest of the party doing?
So basically, the rest of the party kind of, I just had you slinking away to go do investigate other stuff. They're going to the Parthenon to go deal with the main issue that happened last session. So you are kind of by yourself with all these statues, and in the city is your
Oh, boy.
oyster.
Okay. So let's see. In that case, then I would like to follow the direction where they're all running.
Okay. So you do see that they're all heading toward the Parthenon, but can you roll a perception check?
Sure thing. Oh, 6.
6. I will
boy.
say you do notice like that like a majority of them are going the same direction, but you do notice like there are like one or two of them because they're definitely distinguishable comparatively to the normal garb of the people of Athens, like kind of spread out through the city. Like there's one person like 200 feet that way. There's one to the left like 50 feet. So you definitely know they are not all focusing on going to the center of the city. They're kind of spread out a little bit here and there. So they might have had multiple objectives coming here, multiple reasons why they're coming here, and not just one. I'll say with a 6.
Are they all coming from the same place though?
No.
Okay.
And
okay.
you know,
So they're
as
just
like
kinda all-
a good tracking group, they would divide and not just all go one way. Like they're smart enough to kind of spread themselves so they could infiltrate more effectively than having everyone coming one direction.
Ooh. Okay. Then I'm trying to think of what to do then. Since they're all going in different directions, I'm almost thinking of like picking one of the directions that somebody is running in and just kind of following it.
Okay. So you pick one direction, roll a d4.
Yep. Hold on a minute, sorry. I'm trying to remove. I'm using an online dice, so let's see.
Okay.
I got a 2.
So 2. So you pick up one direction and you just start following and running, and then with your passive, you notice that there is like a figure like turned to stone. Looks like they're running into, and you look up the sign, Mary's Magnificent Marvels. And the rest of the party knows is our like Nurse Joy of our D&D campaign of this is our magic shop person / our Nurse Joy who heals you or gets you magic goods. And you see a person like exiting the building, like in the doorway, like they're turned to stone in the doorway.
Oh, so they're also turned to stone. It's not just somebody that's coming out of the building.
No, everyone is turned to stone in this city that you're aware of.
Ooh. Is this at the exact same time as like the happenings of last session is going on? So I wouldn't be able to
like they're going in, making their way to the center of the city while they're doing like investigation stuff as well. So it's kind of happening at the same time.
Okay, dang. I was gonna be like, oh man, I could go get the others and like try to check this out because spooky building. Um, but you know what? Screw it. I'll go into the building.
Okay. So you go into the building and you do notice that a lot of the shelves and cupboards and things are all like tossed about, destroyed. It looks like somebody obviously was raiding this building, because why wouldn't you take someone's magic goods with while you're raiding them or invading them? Because magic shit is cool. Would you like to like investigate to see if you can find anything? Because possibly they didn't have everything or got everything.
Yes, I will look for things that look out of place that may not necessarily belong in a magic store. That makes sense.
Okay.
Or may have been brought into the magic store, I mean.
Okay. Roll an investigation or perception, whatever's higher for you.
Let me double check. Or perception. Okay, I'm gonna roll a 15. Or I have 15. So, which die should I roll then?
It's a D20. It's always a D20 with these rolls, and then you're just going to add either your perception or investigation modifier.
Gotcha, okay. Okay, I got a 2, and then I have a plus 15 in perception.
Plus 15?
I think so. That's what it says here.
It's the smaller number. So, because 15 is like the stat, and then if it's 15, it's going to be plus 2, plus if you're proficient in stealth, if that makes sense.
It would be under your skills,
Oh.
Tisha, if you're looking at D&D Beyond. Like it says perception, there's like a little thing next to it, like a number.
Does perception? Oh, there we go. Plus 5.
Plus 5. So 7. Okay. So you're looking about, and it doesn't look like really there's anything like seem to be brought in that is not from the store or anything, but with the 7, you do notice at like the foot of the statue there is a note that doesn't really, like the parchment and like kind of like a quick glance, like the handwriting is different from all the other like papers and stuff that are in there.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I didn't know if you wanted to, like, are you going to pick it up? Or...
Oh yeah, I'd like to read it.
Okay, roll a Constitution saving throw. No, I'm kidding. You find a note that says, "Find the book and meet up in Farnmoss before traveling north to Snowmelt."
Ooh.
And it has the same insignia as the huntresses have on their garb and all that stuff, and it has like the bow and the moon on it.
You said the two places were Farnmoss and Snowmelt?
Farnmoss, so like Farnmoss, and Snowmelt. Yes.
Farnmoss and Snowmelt. Okay. So if they were going to meet up there first, I think that would be... I could do that or try to cut off whoever it is at Snowmelt, depending on how long. I'd say start headed towards Farnmoss.
I will say this is like couple days, maybe weeks journey. If you're gonna, you could leave the party and we could just have our Tisha and I's own little extravaganza.
Slave
But
adventures.
that's like a note you find from there. So it seems like orders or like mission stuff, like, okay, after you achieve this, we're going to meet here before traveling here. And it doesn't have really dates or anything else on it, but you're not quite sure how long these statues have been here for. But with Mara's dreams and visions, if Mara were to share that, it's maybe like through 2 to 4 weeks. but you don't know how. You're not quite sure off the top of your head right now, because I'm not quite sure off the top of my head right now how far the journey is from here to Farnmoss. I have to think about it a little bit, but yeah,
And-
that's
Oh.
all you. That's all like. All you find with a 7.
Okay. In that case, are there any more statues in the building?
Besides the one in the entrance, there is one where it's like kind of a woman like cowering in the corner of the store, like terrified, and it looks kind of like a Mary. Her name tag says, "Hi, I'm Mary," and she's turned to stone in like a corner of the shop.
I would like to examine the employee.
Okay.
I would like to
And-
see if Mary has anything. Or
Okay.
not has anything per se, but like has some clues of like, okay, was there something that like instigated this attack here personally, if the note was here as well?
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
Okay.
Yeah, this one I'm gonna say it's investigation over perception because you're more narrowly searching.
Alright. And then plus my investigation, I have a 16.
16, that's good. That's
Ew.
nice. So as you're kind of looking, you kind of see a book open next to Mary. She has like a quill in her hand actually, and it says, "People are being petrified left and right. I saw a glimpse of Medusa, but I was able to escape. But there's also this hooded figure turning people to stone," and it stops right there.
Mm-mm. Ooh.
Um,
May I collect Mary's journal?
you may. Da 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 da. Item collected. And you also with a 16 find like kind of right next to her like is a little, I don't know what it's called, like a cup holder. I don't know what it is, but like a little case of potions as well.
Ooh. Oh, I feel terrible taking the case of potions when it's like, oh man, her entire world just got turned to stone here.
She's gonna disappear in like
You know what?
10 minutes anyway.
Thanks,
It's fine.
Mary. I'll take your potion.
So mark down that you got 3 standard healing potions and 1 supreme potion of healing.
Plus 3 standard healing potions and
Forget 1 supreme potion of healing. I think like that's like the really really good one. I forget. I don't know if it's the middle one or it's a greater healing potion. We're just gonna make it supreme because that's what I have written down. So
think
you
it's
guys got
superior.
a really nice.
It will tell me.
It goes standard, greater than
Gotcha.
supreme, I think. But I'll let you have like the really good one because just in case.
what? Thank you. So 3 standard and 1 supreme. Got it.
Yes.
All
It
right,
goes-
y'all. We got some heat.
It's potion of healing, greater, superior than supreme. So yes, you're
Oh
right.
God, not supreme. Okay then. Look at. Wait, it's
Superior.
greater and.
I should have
what's the
just
third
spoke.
one? What's the third one?
It's-
Superior.
Superior.
It's greater. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
superior.
yeah, it's superior.
Damn, you just
How
had
much?
to check
How
that
much
out
is
right now, Peter.
supreme? Oh,
I think it's like
my
10d4,
God,
is it?
It's 10d4 plus 20.
Yeah, no, it's a superior. That's
Oh my god, that would just bring anyone back to life and then
Damn.
some. Holy shit!
especially at your level. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm one of the highest HP, and my max is 53. So, yes.
Hmm.
Actually,
Superior it is.
Who has the highest HP? I want
Um.
to hope Mara does.
But yeah, that's basically everything you find in her store that's like sticks out or anything like that.
Excellent. I would like to say a prayer for the dead in the area as a monk.
They're not dead. Just stone.
And I will say this took
Yet.
a good amount of time. So after you're finishing your prayer, you notice that like the 2 statues in the building start like kind of vibrating, and then you kind of start seeing them like it's like a little like dust trail, a little flecks of them start like coming off of them, and they start like disintegrating or like I think are crumbling.
Tony's played. I don't feel so good.
And you kind of start seeing like a trail of them like leaving the door and kind of start circulating and heading towards the Parthenon and start like circulating above the building.
Ooh. I would like to head towards the Parthenon, please.
And so as you are running, you do notice that there is like a black hooded figure like floating a couple 100 feet in the air above the building. As like you kind of see them like casting in like all this dust trail, and you start seeing like the children, women, men, and like everybody that's turned to stone starting to slowly disintegrate and crumble all around you as you're running to the Parthenon. And as you get to about, like, I'll say, like 20 feet from the bottom of the steps, you do see, like, the hooded figure above you look down at you and disappear. And you do see a crumbly, like, dusty, rocky arrow blast off into a direction, I think, east? I don't know. It blasts off into a direction. And then you do see a like monk-like person running up the stairs as fast as possible and kick open the doors, and you see a couple like 100 feet behind him. Have you met Hermes? You have met Hermes, I think, or you were in the bubble for Hermes. I'm not quite sure, but you see like a very tall, lanky, blonde-haired man like sprinting as fast as he can to the building as well.
Oh boy, I'm gonna try to catch up with Hermes, but. Okay.
And then you hear as like you see Connor walking out of the building as you're starting to walk up, just like, what was your line? That's because that's where we're gonna pick up
Oh
at.
God. What was my exact line? Hold on. I have video proof of this. Give me a second.
Oh god.
Was it something like imagine like losing a sibling or something?
I think it was just siblings.
Something with siblings. I just remember that.
Where did all of you?
The two places were Farnmoss and Snow what?
No
No
melt.
melt.
From you all along. Just believe in yourself.
Oh God, turn that off. I don't want to hear myself. Disgusting.
And he just looks at it and is like,
And this break is brought you in part by Dwarven Forge. Just kidding, we're not sponsored.
Not yet. Let's put her.
Have you ever
Not yet.
Sam Regal your own dwarf?
Okay, Sam Regal.
I'm like from the back, right? Yeah, you can be wherever you want to be. B-A-B-R-I.
Ew, stop, Peter. I can
I'm
still
lowering
hear
it, I'm lowering it, I'm lowering
myself. Make it stop.
Yeah. Siblings. All that to say 2 words.
Yeah, siblings.
And he just keeps waltzing out. Oh,
Okay,
casually.
and you just hear Connor say, yeah, siblings, as he walks out, and this is where we're going to continue while we converge back into the group.
Peter, I literally just watched that scene too.
Why did you just say something then? I'm proud that you watched it though. Like the whole whatever.
Yeah, of course. The whole thing.
You skipped the parts.
Okay.
Looks like I missed a party up here.
Oh, dude, I
Did
skipped
I
to the
even
very end.
Tisha, did I send you the video?
No.
I probably should have
Oh,
done
yeah.
that. I'll send it to you later. Thought I did.
Okay, but this is where we left off. Like everybody is distraught inside the Parthenon, and Slade is running up behind Hermes and this guy. As you exit the building, and you notice that there's absolutely no one here.
Connor is just gonna turn around and be like, not even turn around, just be like, guys, we have a situation.
What kind of situation?
Why don't you come over here and find out? I'm trying not to laugh.
Peter, that's so fucked up. Man, this is not something to be laughing about.
You're all fucking dead. You're so morbid.
I'm sorry, it
Yo.
took
Is
me
that
literally.
celery?
What?
Oh, it's a fan.
Wait,
I thought
what?
your fan was celery. I'm sorry.
It's a fan.
Just celery prepared.
A double life, thank you very much. End me now.
Like we the Wonder Pets up in
Peter,
bitch.
and Peter now, not Connor. Let me just, recon. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Being concerned.
And then Slade, to jump off of what Connor was pointing out, Slade just points straight up and is like, I think the people are gone.
No.
Town is checked off my bucket list.
And Chad
Oh.
emerges from the bubble.
About to say, Chad, we could have used you a good, 20 minutes
And
ago.
I enter the bubble.
Taking the nap.
Therona enters the bubble.
God.
Yeah, we just tap out.
Therona, I'm just imagining Therona be like, I'm not doing this, and just slaps a bracelet.
Yeah, and Warren enters as well. He just feels a little spooked out a little bit and just goes in the bubble as well.
Who had the bubble last?
Totally.
You.
No, I was
That's a
at
good
the
question.
Oh, who had Therona?
Wait, can I wear the bubble in the bubble?
No.
No.
Oh,
I give.
So we
give-
would theoretically rotate it off to somebody who would be outside and all that stuff. You can't bubble yourself because it
I
wouldn't
say we
follow
give it to
anyone then.
Mara.
Yeah, Mara.
I give it. I was like, give it to either Connor or
Parrot number 2. I'm Parrot.
I'm throwing it tomorrow because Connor is outside already, being edgy, and watching that there's no stone statues existing.
Not the conversation. I definitely walked outside to observe, which is like, what the fuck are you people talking about?
I guess Chad kind of paused so, what'd I miss?
Athena's fucking dead.
We're great at this.
Mm.
Really,
You
really.
got a shield
great
though.
at
It's
this.
cool.
What does it do?
It's in the notes.
When you successfully block an attack, you can use your reaction to
That was
learn
Connor
if the
asking what
attacker
it
has a weakness or invulnerability.
Yeah, Peter.
Okay,
God.
Peter knows what it does, but Connor doesn't know what it does.
Oh. Were we not told?
No, literally, the end of the session was Mara picked up thing, immediately got attuned, and Connor walked out and said that, and that was it.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, y'all don't know except for Mara. Mara kind of knows.
Like, is the hooded figure and just all of the dust and shit still above the Parthenon? Is that still happening?
It's all gone. Once the arrow, right
don't
before the
think
arrow
so,
blasts off, the hooded figure inside, which you didn't see the one outside, so there are
Multiple
two.
hooded figures.
great. Yay.
They kind of seem to. You wouldn't think disappear at the same time right before the arrow shot off. What are your all passive perceptions? What's I wanted to see what the highest one is.
10.
15.
15. Because I know Thrones is at least 15, if not higher.
The
Awesome.
Rona is
I-
13.
Mine is 11.
13.
Arona doesn't really matter because she's in a bubble.
Yeah, that's true. So Connor, as you are standing in the threshold, in the distance you see kind of a floating, looks like city. You're not quite sure, and you kind of can see a faint, and kind of actually even smell it too, a faint trail of red just flowing off of it. You're not necessarily quite sure, but you definitely know that's definitely something floating in there, a decent distance away. But you're not quite sure what it is, but you do notice that with your passive perception.
Can I like roll an actual perception check to see if I can understand more about it or see more details? Would that
Sure.
help? Cool. I don't know
You
if that
can
would help
try.
at all. I don't know if that helps. Ooh. Oh, math.
You can do it, Don.
Ah,
I believe in you.
22.
22.
Yeah.
As you kind of like get closer, not closer, but like kind of like hone your like train your ears and your nose, you definitely can smell like it smells like blood or something just kind of like wafting through the air just from that general direction. And you can kind of faintly hear just like screaming, blades clattering back and forth, people like it is a good distance away, but you're just like able to get like when you know like when the people are at like a stadium and you can kind of hear like the announcer voice just like a good bit away. It's kind of like that where you can kind of just hear like hoopla in the distance. But
I just hear people
You-
saying
you-
"hoopla" in the distance.
And then
love that.
as you are like kind of like fixated on this one spot, Hermes kind of turns his attention to where you're looking and kind of squints and he's like, is that no, it can't be.
Can't be what?
It's unmistakable. I'm pretty sure that's Red River.
What's Red River?
Oh, it's a place you guys don't really want to go to. It's Ares's place, domain. It's
Ooh.
basically a traveling city. It just floats
Do we know
around
he's
and
the
just
god
picks
of
up.
war.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
So
that's
yeah,
why we wouldn't.
great.
And basically there's just lots of kerfuffling that happens there. And people go on, they fight in the Colosseum that's there and try to prove the rank. And some people even try to fight Ares to become the new god of war, but no one was able to defeat him because he's the god of war.
Makes sense.
And just a lot of not nice people, maybe even worse than some of the places you have been, are there. Like, they would eat Chad alive. If
Everyone would eat
guys
Chad
went there.
alive. Actually,
I wonder where the
I
hooded
lied.
figure went.
They run away.
That's a good question. Where do the hooded people go?
Well, I'll say this: the blood trail from whatever happened with Athena seems to be going that way, which isn't a great sign. So what's the plan?
I think we should head towards it.
Also, another thing, it's I don't know how you'll get up there. It stops at like different locations. So like it's I have no idea. No one really knows where it goes, like where it stops and where people can get on. So if you can fly, then you might be able to get up there. But if not, you have to wait for it to land. But the locations,
We can float.
I can
well,
fly.
can you?
You
Can-
can
like,
fly.
I can summon wind.
For how long?
Like a minute.
I think it's gonna take more than a minute to get up there.
Yeah.
Question for
Okay,
Yes.
everyone grab on.
Yes.
Everyone grab onto a rope. Mario's gonna fly us up there, and hopefully we'll die.
Well, how fast?
Hopefully,
is
we'll
that?
cross our fingers.
How fast is that animal? Because it flies pretty fast, like even faster than some normal things. It has magic bullshit that kind of protects people from blowing off. So it just it's really fast. You can try to fly up to it too, but
This is the
you might
Nico
lose a
Blade.
few people
Please
here
don't.
and there.
You might just a few people.
But
These-
Everyone just goes in the
These
bubble.
stops that you're referring to, do they
Mhm.
include farn moss or snowmelt?
possibly, I don't know. I only know of one person who could possibly know, but I doubt she'll ever want to talk to any of you.
Who
but-
would that be exactly?
My sister Aphrodite.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she
To visit her.
has a way of just knowing things. So out of everyone that I know, she'd be the best one to go to. But that's even a stretch just to even get an appearance with her. She's in high demand constantly. I wonder why, but. But yeah, that's the only person I could think of who could tell you where a possible location is, because she knows almost everything.
And where might be, or where might we be able to find Aphrodite?
He like pulls out a little notebook and is going through some notes because he's got a
phone book.
Yeah, a little phone book.
Oh my god,
nope,
he has a
nope.
phone book.
Wait,
He has a
where are
god
you?
book.
Oh, there you are. Okay. She says, yeah, her city where she resides in is called Glossip.
Oh, of course it is.
It's like gossip, but with an L in there, just to make it like a little
fancy,
like gloss and gossip. You know, glossip.
Dustin had so much fun naming this one.
No, it was a random name generator, and I was like, I like this name. I might tweak a couple letters, but like, I like this. And yeah, it's basically like full of brothels and casinos there. Not many
Casinos?
people
Money?
leave, but everyone comes there to.
Do they now?
Connor likes
Yeah.
the money.
Yeah, come in multiple different ways, if you will. But
Like the city.
They come in multiple different ways. That's
In-
funny.
yeah, and but yeah. So if you want to, it's south, like a couple days journey south from Helmfirth, my city. But you can get there no problem. But just trying to get to talk to her, that may take a little bit to get to talk to her. But yeah, that's all I really can help you with, unfortunately.
Do you have any advice to how to talk to her, or would get her like attention to talk to us?
Not letting you talk is probably a good start.
Secrets.
As fuck.
Secrets?
Secrets.
Secret.
Sometimes she thinks that sometimes secrets are more valuable than money. And so if you have something spicy or up there, then she may or may not share a secret of what she has learned as in exchange for something else, for one of yours. But depending on what you want to know, it needs to be up there.
Would we need an invitation to be in her presence of some sort? An invitation of some sort?
Try. She doesn't really like talk to me, at least, or none of the siblings that I know of that much. I know Hephaestus, they had like a thing once, but like I think they're like fighting, but because our dad Zeus kind of embarrassed them and all that stuff. We're not going to get into that too much. So I think they're kind of like not really talking. So not that I know of, no. But I can try to write. I can write you up an invitation or like here, these people are great. You should talk to them. But she won't really tell you anything unless you have something to share.
Fun.
Then we'll have to bring her the spiciest story we can think of.
Yeah. But
I have an above game question super quick.
yeah.
Would, like, when we walked in, you said Connor recognized the art. I'm pretty sure you said it was the Artemis symbol. Would he know it's Artemis, or just he recognized the symbol?
But with everybody else, with like their knowledge and like traversing, you are able to identify that you know it is Artemis.
Cool. Yeah, cool. Connor's just gonna be like, so what about Artemis? Just out of
What about
curiosity.
her?
Well, we kind of found people around here with her symbol. Not looking
Oh.
great. Do you know like what was happening here before
Lots
we
of
got here?
people.
Let him roll a like roll for it. Okay.
I
So-
love the idea of Hermes saying, "Let me roll real quick."
Let me roll. How much do I know? So I do know. Do you have like? Can you describe what they look like? I know her symbol, but like,
Do I remember what they look like? Is it in the notes?
I feel like you do. Like, you can explain kind of in detail what they look like.
The moon with the bow and
They
arrow.
have fur
Yeah,
coats on
moon,
them.
bow and arrow. Didn't look great.
Okay.
Your description it turns into cod explain cod.
Yeah, they definitely sound like people that. What's the city's name?
We're
Give me
making
a second. I
Dustin
have
just
it written down.
cry
I'm not
today.
good at remembering things. Boop,
Dude.
boop, 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 boop,
This is
boop,
why I'm
boop.
recording it. See?
Moon Shadow.
Oh,
Shadow.
that's great.
Moon
Great.
Shadow. Thank you. Moon Shadow. I do know that usually Artemis kind of sticks to herself, so I'm kind of surprised that I see people here, but I know she did have some people in her hunt had a little slight conflict of interest. I think it's more of just like Artemis's rebellious children, where she's like still allows them to kind of do it, but she's just like, now kids, don't do that. But she doesn't really do anything about it. And I think, give me a second, I'm just like looking through notes. I just gotta quickly find it. Where are you? There it is. I think the group's name are Frazherka?
How the heck can you spell that?
What?
F-R-A-Z.
Oh, Frasierka.
Frazierka. Thank you. No, as like
Wait,
Hermes like
how do you spell it?
mispronounces it, Slade chips in. It's like, oh, it's Frazierka.
Yes.
How do you know that?
Frasierka, yes.
And they are a group of people who go to other people's cities and try to steal like precious artifacts and special things, trinkets and stuff from them. And kind of don't necessarily care who they hurt along the way, but they usually don't try to do too much bloodshed because they don't want to make other people mad and have it fall back onto Artemis too much, but she's not really stopping them.
Lovely.
But that's all I really know.
All right.
But I have no idea why they were here or where they're going next, but
I would like to present the group with the note that I picked up on the counter in the building. The one that has the meeting points on it.
okay. Find the book and meet up at Farnmoss before traveling to Snowmelt. Why are they going to Snowmelt?
Who knows? I'm not quite sure, but they could be looking for a precious artifact of some sorts.
Most likely, But I wonder if there's like any weird item that was left with people or anything that has information on Snowmelt.
Would it be this diary? No.
Wait, how do you know about the diary, Slade? You weren't there.
You have
or
no
this
idea.
journal.
I don't want to tell him yet. So. Unless someone else decides. Wait, who in the group actually saw the book and knows it says Snowmelt on it? Did we all see it?
I think all of you
Okay.
saw it.
'Cause I know Mara also
Except for-
like destroyed a
Except
child
for
on the way up
Chad
here.
and
So.
except for Chad because he was in the bubble at the time, but everyone
I have no
else.
idea that y'all were talking about a different diary. I was thinking of the journal that I picked up in the
No,
building.
we literally got a whole
Yeah,
book
there
that says
was,
Snowmelt on it.
Yeah, there was
Oh,
like a
shit.
whole person that was like turned into a statue at the top of the Parthenon and was holding a book, but the book wasn't turned to stone, and the book that they were holding says Snowbell.
Ooh.
Great. That's creepy.
Did you say that in character or just now? Because I wasn't sure.
Sure, I'll say that in character.
Okay.
I think-
You mind if I see it?
I remember that.
The trap.
Who has it? Does Warren have it?
Not actually.
If Warren has
if-
it, then it's just he's
Then we'll just have
taken
somebody
away
else
from him.
have it.
Mhm.
But
Better
if you
yet,
want to.
I just undo the thing. Be like, excuse me. Goes into Warren's bag, takes it out, bye, and then slaps him.
It works. I'm the one
Sorry, we need
it. Anyways.
Do better. Just hands
In
it.
short, we give the book to Hermes.
Okay. And he grabs it and it's locked and you kind of just see him like is anyone able to open this?
Wait, is it an actual like lock on it or?
Yes, it has a lock, like a little it's
I
like
got
locked
you.
closed.
I got you.
Is the
Don't
wrong
knock over my drink. I thought you were gonna pick a lock. I'm so excited. That would be a 19.
19. So as Hermes is holding it, you're just kind of like and it's a little bit more complicated than you think it would be for like a book. And you kind of just like and it opens up, but it's just you're like, wow, that. So you had doors that were far easier that held more valuable information than you think.
I definitely say
Then
that. But
this
like,
book.
why is this book is a little harder to open than a door? So
Yeah.
should be juicy.
And as he opens it and starts like flipping through, with all your passive use, notice that the pages are blank.
Oh.
And he kind of flips through and stops, and you do see on one page that there is like a giant circle drawn on the one page, but other than that, that's really it. They're all blank.
Is there some type of magic put on this book or something?
Hermes like kind of like sniffs it like
I thought you were gonna go like
Um,
this, like just hears the magic come through.
I think it's magical. I because there's this circle here that's like ink that's still on the page, but I don't know why it's blank. I'm not quite sure. Here, let me see if I have something. And he kind of like starts rifling through his pockets, and he like pulls out like a little monocle, and he's like, maybe this will help. And he like looks through it for a second, and he's just like, okay.
That
So
did
with this-
nothing.
That did nothing.
Waiting for that.
And you notice like the monocle is like a little magical. You see like a little puff, like
I
pass off, and he's like, okay, so this book has a spell on it where all the ink disappears, but you need to cast like a spell that's cold to bring the pages, like bring the ink up. So basically, like, do you know when you make ink disappear with heat? It's kind of the opposite, but with cold. You bring it to with cold.
Ooh.
Do any of us have a cold spell?
I am double checking because I might.
I'm letting us all know that the Rona does not have a cold spell.
Rose is not here.
I know. Doesn't mean we can't drag her out of the bubble for 2 seconds to cast the spell.
Oh my
I-
God.
Technically,
magic.
Morgan's here. That's not.
I
don't
mean,
do that. Oh
I
well.
can cast darkness and then dark vision to make it like colder because of
That
less
doesn't
light.
do that.
No, that's not. He's like Hermes. Like that's not how that works, sweetie. No.
We can
Where
blow on it.
is-
Make it
Oh,
colder.
I don't have.
Blow on it.
Yeah, make it cooler.
None of us have any kind
Why
of
don't we
spells.
take it to snow melt?
What a
Mm.
great idea! Oh God.
Oh no.
And let's see. Does Hermes have anything in his coat? No, he does not. He's like, maybe I might have something. And he like rifles through, and you hear like the little jingling of like stuff just in there. And he's like, sorry, I don't see anything in here that could possibly help. Maybe it's I had something in my other bag, and I don't even know where I placed that.
All of my spells require attaching something. I don't think you know that.
I have 2 spells. I have Feather Fall, so I can make it float. And I have Fog Cloud, which was very effective the entire Medusa fight.
Next time you want to use Fog Cloud, think about it rationally.
How about you?
I mean, I
Don't.
did. I was like, well,
Also
if we
good.
can't see, she can't see us, so she can't attack us, and then we can look at her, that'll be fine.
Alright, next time you want to use Fog Cloud, run it by someone else first.
I did.
Not
You
gonna
all
lie,
said
I
okay.
thought you
At
guys.
least-
Technically, I did ask about this, like, at the end of last session, be like, so, Fog Cloud, anyone? And someone said
Ask
yes.
about it. This is Mara
I'm not-
telling this to Connor. Connor, in character, asks someone else to run it by if he wants to use Fog Cloud.
So I'm not gonna lie. I thought
Yeah.
you guys were saying fart cloud that whole time.
Bruh.
Uh-oh, stinky.
There is a spell like that, though, which is sad.
Oh god.
I think it's called Stink Cloud.
But maybe bring it to, I know, well, I was gonna say bring it to the Marias at my place, but I haven't heard from her. That's right. She's missing, right?
Yes.
I feel like we all know this.
Yes, we all know she's missing.
So I don't know, maybe go to another magic shop somewhere and have somebody or find somebody who knows a cold spell.
Well, well, we have an issue.
What's the
The
issue?
Mary at... Oh my god, where were we? At Hera's doesn't like us.
Well, I'm pretty sure she's. Is she? I don't even know if she is alive.
What?
So about Mary.
You mean the place we were at beforehand? Was Zeus's? Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
Like, with
no,
Hera's
we're not
Mary?
talking about Zeus. We're talking about the one at Hera's domain. Hates us.
Wait,
Because
what was the
of
original cloud
Zhatka.
again?
Because Zhatka was a jerk.
Jaka got us banned from her store.
Oh.
Yeah. That's alright.
So we can't go to that one. Zeus's
fine.
town or city.
We're not going there.
We're not going there yet. We'll do that one later.
So most realistically, just find a different town. And we'll probably
So we have to go to a new place. Because all the Marys that we encounter either hate us, we can't go to, or are dead, or missing.
Guys, we're starting to build up a reputation. I really don't
Either
like
hate us or heckin' are missing in some way.
It's a really
Unless
bad
one of us
reputation.
sneak into the... No, they don't have anything that would help anyway. Doesn't matter.
You're not sneaking back into the Zeus's place just to get something. We could go to a different town entirely and
Yeah.
find a Mary.
And I don't know what Warren's spells are, so... So rip.
So we'll go north.
So what are our options? It was Aphrodite's place, it was Artemis, and then Snowmelt, which I don't remember whose domain that is off the top of my head.
Hestia.
Hestia, thank you. So we can do one of those three. Or
That's such an ironic fact.
who's Farnmoss's?
That is Demeter, which is Thorona's goddess slash like friend. And at Farnmoss, yeah.
So we can either go to Farnmoss because it seems that the people from Artemis were going to meet up there, and then go to Snowmelt. So we can either do that, or we can just go straight to Snowmelt.
So is Glossop no longer on the table?
Aw.
Do we really want to go to Aphrodite?
Morgan's like, I heard my goddess. No,
Well-
she's dead. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, she's our next victim.
No, basically, no, Dustin.
Who do we want to die first? Is basically the order
Wait,
of this.
Morgan, so basically, Slade found a note saying that these group of people are going to meet up at Farnmoss before traveling north to Snowmelt. That's all there is. And, like, it doesn't seem like there's danger or trouble. I almost combined and said double, but
Double
But that's
trouble.
all that's really we got from that. So you're not necessarily sure, but you did notice that like people were attacking and stuff here. So theoretically, there could be some slight danger that
Okay.
way.
Is Therona in the bubble?
Yes.
Yes, Therona's in the bubble.
There is in the bubble.
Dang.
But Morgan's
Okay.
actually messaging in general.
Oh,
Messaging?
We were going to go to Aphrodite's to see if she would have information, stuff involving like the Ares place,
True.
right?
Indeed.
Hmm.
So
sure. I feel like the logical first step would be to follow where the hunters were going, but since we don't have Therona at the moment, then perhaps we should instead go to the source and check with Artemis to see what was supposed to be happening, like where they were trying to meet.
Peter don't want to go to Artemis right now. Just trying to steer clear of that one. We could do that. But also, we've also just been told that they might be the wild childs of Artemis, and she might not even know, in all fairness.
Oh, that's true.
Or she knows and doesn't really necessarily do anything
Care.
about it. As long as they don't cause too much of a ruckus, which they seem to be kind of like towing the line a lot. A lot of the gods and goddesses that they kind of interfere with typically are a little bit more level-headed and don't instantly just like, revenge! They're just like...
Makes sense.
How
They don't
about-
go towards the too wild of gods.
How about we ask this? Like to Hermes, be like, Hermes, do you have any jobs in any of these three like towns that maybe we can take that we can also do if while we're going that direction?
Well, actually, there is.
The board just flies in. The board are just Hermes like this, and just the board appears above his head.
He's just like, ooh, I can promote my capitalism.
No.
Let's see.
Oh, Jason just got online.
Jason Derulo.
If he
I
if he
know,
joins, we can ask him before it has a cold spell.
I know, for Snowmelt, there is a, kind of like a yearly ritual that they do that where they need a group of champions to, go and light these beacons up in the mountain where she is. And it looks like that the people who were on that mission disappeared. So I think that she's looking for people to restart the ritual and complete it. I know it's urgent, but not like it needs to be done right now. But before winter comes, it definitely needs to be addressed.
This one's at
And
Snowmelt.
that's Snowmelt, and I know a little bit south from Snowmelt is Farnmoss. So it's like it's kind of on the way. It's in between.
Oh.
So like Farnmoss is on the way to Snowmelt.
So no matter what, we'll probably have to stop at Farnmoss to get the Snowmelt.
Yes.
Oh.
Or
See
at
where
least
it's
like it's like hidden in the forest a little bit, but like if you have a good hunter or tracker or someone who's at least a little bit familiar with the area, you can definitely find it no problem.
Cool. Cool.
And like finger guns to the bubble.
Just
So cringy.
Like, there is someone that knows the area. She's
Like
in a
insert
bubble.
Ash's profile picture to the bubble. Hi, that's me.
to the bubble. Just drags Therona. They're not even in the bubble anymore. Like we're just T-pulling them in and out of the bubble.
Wait, let's see what else. But yeah, I think as of missions, at least for those places, I think that is really it that I'm aware of, but
So it's just the snowmelt one.
at least that's with like the places you described. I know Aphrodite also has like parties every once in a while, so I know she has like a formal that's coming up or a little dance thing, but like that's about it.
Which one is sooner?
The ritual, I'd say it's probably about like near end of summer, early about to be fall, so like it's still warm, but like so you have like a couple months for Hestia thing, but you also know that the people are heading there to possibly steal something.
So we should head there soon.
And then the formals, they happen like once a month, twice a month. Like they happen pretty often, so I'm not. So if you want to attend one, I'm not too worried. And you could also try to impress her there too, and you see if like you can kind of woo her with you if you have some sick dance moves.
So once again, don't want Chad near her. Got you.
You underestimate my dance
Ew.
moves.
I
You
underestimate your
underestimate
mouth.
all my moves. Whatever.
You tried
Just jump.
to get a pet T-Rex.
It would have came
No.
in handy.
No.
We could
It
just
would've
eat
killed
our
us.
enemies. Okay, well at least I didn't turn into a dire wolf.
I didn't.
I know you didn't.
Don't be mean
The Rona's
to
not even here to
Verona.
defend herself. Dang.
Don't
She
you
is in the
dare.
bubble.
I know I'm rude to people, but at least it's my thing. Get your own thing, Chad. God.
You won't let me do my
Why are mom and dad fighting?
Warren's in the bubble. There is no mom and dad right now.
I'm going back in the bubble. It's peaceful in there. I can take my depression away.
Okay, anyway, how
Then
much
let's
does
head
this snowmelt job pay?
That's a great question.
I always love Dustin being like, "That's a great question," when we stump him a bit, because we're not good at this. It's fine.
Not as of current. So Warren does not have any cold damaging spells.
Why do we suck?
I think it's here. Let me quickly look. I'd say it says about like 1,000 gold per person.
Damn.
Ka-ching.
And then also it says like if you find anything along the way, you can keep it. You just have to make sure all the beacons are lit. But that's about it.
One of us have a fire spell, right? Like, do we have to bring a torch with us or something, or is it just
There's like a special like lantern.
Okay.
With the ceremony, like it's a special flame that
cool?
you have to
Cool.
carry along. It's not just a regular fire. It's a magical one for the ritual.
Fun.
Also, I highly, 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 highly recommend getting warmer clothes than what you're wearing. Yeah, like Chad, those pants are way too skinny.
Is Chad
for
still in the
cold
little
weather.
the baseball uniform though, like the baseball fit that he had going on when we ran away from the other town? Did we change back to our regular clothes yet? I don't even ask.
I know you like at least have cloaks and stuff, but yeah, you should definitely dress warmer for that climate. Like,
do you have any of these kinds of clothes?
Say, where can we go?
Not on me.
Well,
I don't
I mean,
carry
like,
like 7
Obviously not on you.
coats with me
Where
at all
can we get
times.
warmer clothes?
You could try finding stuff around here. You could also go back to my place. Also, I'm pretty sure Farnmoss also has clothes because they're like right below, like south from there. So definitely would have stuff there as well. Plus, they have like the most amazing fur coats and stuff because they befriend animals and shave them and all that stuff. So they have like the most amazing alpaca mittens there. Like they're divine.
Who needs sheep when you just got alpaca? Alpacas.
But okay, do you guys have any other questions for me before I head out? Because I have a lot of paperwork and messages to send out to everyone that they need to hunker down and protect themselves more with this threat that's happening.
I have one more thing.
Yes.
Do you have a new business card for me?
Another one?
Well, I used
Don't-
I used one to get you here.
Okay, well, I have other people I need to give business cards to. You also have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more.
True, but I still have to ask.
Do you desperately need one more? Because I know I give them out to other adventurers who possibly need my help too, but
Figured I'd ask.
roll persuasion, I guess.
Yay! It's always good to have one in case someone else can't do it.
You have 6 other people.
It's fine!
Oh, 5 other people.
And none of the other 6 thought of it.
All you have to do is just communicate it out loud.
I know. A 15.
15. Oh, fuck, I gotta turn my light. He just looks at you and he's just like, fine. And just like,
You're gonna twist his arm.
here you go.
Grabs.
Also give me 1 second. I gotta turn on my light because I can't see my dice.
Let darkness consume. I'm glad Elson had to hear that one.
What is
I am
like
back.
the job at Snowmelt? I like half listened when it was being explained.
What was the question?
What is the job at Snowmelt? I was like half listening. when it was being explained.
You have to go and light these beacons, like going up the mountain. It's part of like a ritual that they do every year. I'm not entirely sure what like the ritual is, but I just know that's the basic what's written on the job request. And it's you have to carry around like a lantern with the sacred flame inside of it, so it's not like you have to produce your own stuff. So like stuff will be provided for your adventure, but that's all I know. It's 1,000 gold per person.
Cool.
And you can keep any treasures you find along the way.
I'm ready for it.
Woo.
Somebody is typing.
Ash is typing away.
Sorry.
Is there any last comments, questions, or concerns before I head out?
I'm good.
What do you know of the Frasierka?
Frasierka, other than just Artemis's misfits and them stealing stuff from other things, nothing much other than that. I know before Artemis intervened, they were a little bit more ruthless and harsh to people before Artemis kind of put them in line a little bit to make sure they stopped like murdering entire like villages of people. But they still kind of, if no one knows about it, if it's like more secluded ones and no one knows about it, they kind of just get away with it. But other than that, that's all I really know, unfortunately.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? And then you just see Hermes just kind of like blue skidoo, we can too, and just runs off like a big dust cloud behind him. And his little monk friend is following like right behind him. And you see by your feet some Baja Blasts and some tacos.
Oh, God.
And
Oh, yeah,
and a
food.
note saying, "Sorry, we were late."
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Free food, yo!
Well,
And
Got
a
a
gift
meal.
card to the next Taco Bell you visit.
I want to take it.
Mara just has a Taco Bell gift card.
I'm taking this shit. They were fucking. They were ready for damn faster.
Taco.
Damn.
No, it's actually called Baco Tel. Baco Tel.
Taco.
Baco Tel.
No.
And that's canon in our universe now.
Taco Tell.
Where's the...
Taco Tel.
You know, this is literally the same thing that happened with the Mirror campaign. Instead of apple, we have like bananas.
Does this
Yeah, instead of
universe's
windows,
Baco
laptops,
Tel...
we have like doors.
Door laptops.
Does this universe with their Baco Tel, do they have like an application? Do they like
You want to work for
Can we do mobile order via like delivery pigeon?
No, you have to use the Hermes business card.
You need to use your Hermes card. Okay.
Like Hermes is starting like a house hustle, you know, where they deliver
Hustle
goods
Hub.
directly to your door. Hustle Hub, yes, Hustle Hub. That's what it is.
You know what? That's actually honestly really useful because if our party runs out of food and it's like, oh, you guys are starving, it's like, guys,
We got our gift
You know,
card for a box.
we have
Someone
a gift
else-
card to Hustle Hub. We
Someone
get one
else-
free delivery.
Wait. Someone else recently started Portal Hub.
oh no.
No. Yeah, no, that was right. Or Portal Dash? I don't know.
Portal Dash.
Just to compete with Herbie.
But yeah, so Hermes dashes off, and you got your Bakotel food and gift card and a little brochure on Hustle Hub, about like all the amazing things like, oh, get food delivered directly to your location. First one is free with the promo code Hermes Homies.
Hermes homies. Oh no.
We get another promo card being like, we're sorry we're late again.
Promo code
Maybe.
sorry.
Promo code
What the heck
hashtag
am I
sorry.
listening to? And Peter, that was rude.
Listen, this is the
That was
second
all.
time he's been late.
Okay, y'all, do you know how many rounds of combat that happened? Like probably like at least like maybe at most 10, which it's 6 seconds, so it's like
It was a
a
minute.
minute. And he got there within like a minute and 6 seconds or like 2
He
minutes.
is the god of like messaging people, okay? Like he gotta be quicker than
You
that.
should
gotta be
have been
quicker.
here in 10 seconds, is all I'm saying.
He should have been here in one
But
round.
like when you get an email, it takes some time, you know? It doesn't like not instantly like bloop bloop. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get there. Also, you don't know what he was doing or where he was beforehand.
Apparently,
Okay,
it's
he was
Baco
giving
Tell.
another
Like, what the
Our email is not the god of speed.
Also, do you know how many people ask for Hermes' help all the time? He has so many business cards.
He should get an intern.
I think he needs to start. I think he needs to start processing them better. I don't know.
Also, maybe he got another voice like business card at the same time, so he had to like trying to piece together like 2 voices at once, being like, "Wait, what did they want? What
That
did
just
they
seems like a
want?"
bad business.
I want there to be some form of like shenanigans where like every other time that we call him, he's already with like another party, giving them the exact same freaking like quests, and then we're just gonna meet them on the way, be like, "The fuck are you doing here?" Hermes said we could get 1,000 gold if we light these torches. He didn't
Don't
think that
forget
the
when
other
you
team
first
was going to
met
make
him
it.
and you see him, he always has bags underneath his eyes.
always
He's
hiding.
always looks exhausted because he's constantly running back and forth trying to help. I just spat on my computer, trying to help.
Don't let anything bad happen to that computer. I don't want to go back to Best Buy again.
We got a warranty.
He did.
Oh, there you go. Okay, I accidentally turned my microphone off. I was like, what button
Hermes
did I
runs
hit?
up,
Speaking. No.
clothes tattered and torn, bruised and
But
battered.
no,
We're trying to reach you about your cattle's extended warranty.
your wagon's extended warranty.
You extended warranty. No.
But he is an overworked queen. Okay,
is.
like king.
We'll give him a
he
break.
he
For
needs.
now.
Doing his best.
He also is a person who gives us money, so like, I'll give him a break for now.
Okay,
Cars
but is
in a
there
monologue.
anything else y'all would like to do?
Search the town for warmer clothes.
Okay.
What's the
I will.
town have? Like, are the different buildings
Like,
and stuff that
Like
here?
definitely a lot of like cultural things like so like pottery, places build pottery, blacksmith, definitely have like fabrics and stuff because Athena was known for her weaving as well and all that stuff. So they definitely have like a lot of like high quality stuff here. And I will say it's easily enough to find like the clothing, like warm clothing that you need here. But if everyone would like to roll investigation, see if they can find anything else cool along the way.
I
bet.
bet. To. Nat 20. For a total of... Wait, is it investigation? Wait, what am I rolling for? I don't even know.
Investigation.
Yes, investigation.
For a 22 total. Nat 20.
17.
17.
Connor dice coming through.
And 18.
18.
This is what Connor
Chat,
does best.
Chatty boy.
19.
19. Okay.
17, 18, 19. Nice.
20!
Natural
Oh,
20.
22.
So, Connor, as you are kind of walking around, you notice like a bag on the ground. It's like an all black bag, and it seems like maybe somebody was holding it. Like you see like footprints or like a print where like somebody was standing, so it might have been on a statue.
Okay.
But you find that.
What's in the bag?
You reach in.
No.
I know. You reach in the bag and you start like this is gonna look graphic, but you put your hand in and it's just like it keeps going and going and going and like you're like all the way up to your shoulder and you're like can't feel anything in there.
I pull my arm out.
Okay.
That is
I was
fine.
waiting for him to
Saving
be like,
throw.
also, guess what? You don't have an arm.
It was actually a bag of devouring.
Nerfed.
Did you find another bag of holding?
Do we just get another bag of holding?
I don't know. Is it?
Can I roll to like see if it's another bag of holding?
Make an Arcana check with disadvantage.
Oh.
Disadvantage.
You're not really that much.
My first roll was a 1.
You have no idea. You just know it's a magical bag. You're not sure if it's a bag of holding or what.
He's a 1 or a set. No, it is a 1. Okay.
Or if it's an abyss to
Something
throw your
unimportant.
enemies into.
Eat something unimportant in it and see what happens.
Okay. I put one of the goblin arrows I found like so long ago, and I just pop it in.
Okay, and it just whoop, slides in.
I reach in for the goblin arrow.
And you think of it, and it comes out.
So the bag of holding.
Another bag of holding!
Oh,
yeah,
now I
sure.
have a bag of holding.
Yeah, it's a bag of holding, sure.
Oh.
It's something that acts like a bag of holding, and we can keep it next time we reach another magic shop and get someone else to confirm.
Ooh.
Connor, can you roll a quick investigation check for me?
Yes. That is a 16.
16. So you're kind of like looking in the bag, and you see like a little string that says "pull here." Inside the bag.
Do you pull it?
I have a quick question before I do that.
Yeah.
When I put the arrow in, right?
Yeah.
Did it could I see it when it went in? Like when
Yeah,
I
like
put
it
it in,
went
was
in
it
and
still-
like it went whoop.
it just
Like
pooped.
it just disappeared. Yeah.
I'm like slightly scared. It's that like giant hole just like in the folded into a bag.
What?
Like that 10 by it's like a 10 by 10 hole, right? That like if you're in the hole, anything that like the hole you put the hole on the ground. I don't know what it's actually called. I think Dustin knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm just
But-
scared it's that. I'm like I don't want to like I mean Mara's still next to me, right?
If Mara
Yeah.
wants to be.
Cool. Connor's gonna be like there's a pull tab. Should I pull it?
Are you asking me?
So you said no. I don't know if I should pull it or not. I'm like, well, it's a bag. What happens if I pull it?
Pull it and get ready for a saving throw.
Wait, I have a question for Connor.
Yeah.
I can use Identify on it if you would like me to.
Oh,
But
do
that
that.
helps all.
Identify it.
Ooh,
I forgot you had
yeah.
that.
That'll be useful.
Yeah, yeah. Almost like you could have said that like 5 minutes ago.
You know what? For Chad, this is good. Chad, please identify the bag.
I cast Identify.
Okay, and you kind of sing a little song or do a little dance, and it like the music notes swirl around it, and they come into your head, and you identify as a bottomless bag.
Bottom.
And that if you pull the pull here tab, you turn it inside out and all the contents fall out.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure that's what that is.
So like, is there another pull tab that like reverses it again or something?
Yeah, like you can easily, once it's pulled outward, you can just put it back in and it'd be fine.
Okay. So
Do they drop?
So
They like get shot out.
It like falls out.
Oh, okay.
In that case, pull it to see if there's anything already inside of it.
Oh,
Does that
D&D
mean-
Beyond does not have a
Ooh.
bottomless bag. How
This-
sad.
Yeah, it says this bag has an interior space considerably larger than its outside dimensions, roughly 2 feet in diameter at the mouth and 4 feet deep. This bag can hold up to 500 pounds, not exuding a volume of 64 cubic feet. The bag weighs 15 pounds, regardless of its contents. Retrieving an item for the bag requires an action. If the bag is overloaded, pierced, or torn, it's ruptured and is destroyed. All the contents are scattered in the astral plane. If the bag is turned inside out, its contents spill forth unharmed, but the bag must be put right before you can use it again. Breathing creatures can survive in up to minutes equal to 10 divided by the number of creatures, minimum 1, after which time they begin to suffocate. Placing a bag of holding into an extra-dimensional space created by a handy haversack, portable hole, or similar item instantly destroys both items, opens to a gate to the astral plane. The gate originates where the one item was placed. Basically, you just create a vacuum hole where
Yeah,
if
you
you put
create- you
two
create
of
an
these
astral
items
plane.
together.
So we
Yeah,
can
we're not
make
gonna
an
do
easy
that.
portal for the astral plane.
We're not doing that right now.
Okay, but like,
Pull it inside out though. I want to see if there's anything in it already.
Oh, I'm doing it. Connor
Okay.
is going to put it inside out, like pull the tab.
And when you
pull.
pull it inside out, a wave of gold comes flowing out. And just by a quick glance, it looks like it's about 700 gold pieces.
Okay.
damn.
You also find an eyeglass.
An eyeglass?
Yeah.
Is this a glass eye or is it a?
No, it
like a
kind of
monocle
looks
type
similar. Kind of looks similar to what Hermes had when he
Oh.
pulled
The
out
monocle.
the
Is that
monocle.
magical?
Can I pick it up and like try to use it like he did?
And you get the same information Chad did, but then you kind of see like it just like powers down a little bit, so you get like one use of identify a day. It seems with that.
Cool.
Huh.
So, I turned to
Oh,
Chad. Chad, identify what this thing like actually is the name of. What exactly does this thing do?
Could say please.
I keep reading another identified spot.
Yeah, he has his entire spell slots. I'm using them up now. He has all his spell slots.
Do I hear a please?
Please.
Yeah, okay. I cast identify.
And it's I guess this is a homework, but it's an eyeglass of identify. Or and once per day you can cast the identification spell, and the charge won't return until you finish a long rest or till next dawn.
So wait, what does that exactly do? I'm sorry.
Cast identify once per day. So if Chad is ever in the bubble or has no spell slots, you can at least identify something a day.
Cool.
I don't know.
I'm gonna remove
Um,
my pouch. Can I do that? I can.
And Mara, as Connor's kind of like looking around, you kind of take a couple more steps forward and notice a well-crafted stick, maybe a wand.
Wait, what did you say? A stick?
A stick.
We
not
all
a-
heard the
not a
word
dick,
dick.
Not a dick.
Hold on.
A well-crafted stick.
Your
Stick.
mic cut out right as you were saying the S. It just said, "Oh no." Okay.
But that's gonna be great in the in the video with whoever's watching. It's like a well-crafted dick is a phrase.
Okay.
But you definitely get a sense that it is magical, but you're not quite sure what it does.
Can I take it?
you can
Yep.
take it. And then, Chad, you find a nicely crafted pair of goggles.
Ooh.
And you kind of put them on, and like you kind of notice that like the shadowy bits or like darker areas seem to light up, and you can see them like normal if they were normally lit. So it seems like you actually have dark vision with them.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you're like one of the only people who doesn't have dark vision in the
That's right,
party.
pretty sure we all
So
actually have
You have dark.
the party.
I'm a tiefling. I have.
you're a
dark
tiefling.
vision.
Never mind.
I think
thought
all of
for
us
some
have
reason-
it.
Then
feel like
never
this person-
mind. I gotta find something else for you then. Because they were goggles. Actually, no. You find goggles of night, so you could sell it or give it to someone else. That's what you find. You find goggles of night, so you can have normal dark vision.
I want to know what the fuck I have. I got a stick.
You have a
Yeah.
stick, but you're not quite sure what it does. And then
Can I
Slade.
add like a tune to it? Is that a thing I could start doing? Is that
Yeah.
a good idea? That's also a good question.
We have a perfectly good person who can identify it for you.
And then Slade, you're walking around as well, and you find like a nice, pretty, shiny sphere on the ground, like about like a rock or sphere about like yay big.
No way.
Check the sphere.
A sphere. It looks like
What does it look like?
it's kind of like I guess more like opalescent kind of color rock or stone, but you're not quite sure what it does. And you kind of remember the mob boss. What's his name again? Virgil? Was it Virgil? No. What's his
Is it
name?
Dante?
Dante. It kind of looks like similar to like the stone he gave you, a sending stone, but this one seems to be like you can actually just cast sending whenever you want, once a day. It doesn't have to be between the two sending stones.
Sending.
Hey, what the heck?
What is
Why
that?
can't
A
I
sending
think
stone.
I think I was in the bubble during this time.
So a sending stone is basically you can send a 25 worded message to anyone on the same plane as you, but I think there's like a 5% chance that if you send it to someone else on another plane, it doesn't work.
So it's
And-
literally just like a little pager.
Basically, but the one you got from Dante, it only works like between the sending stones that you have. So like it's like a one-way messaging thing. Not
So is
you
this
can't
just like basically another Hermes business card?
basically,
like,
except for it
once per
doesn't
day?
disintegrate it once per day.
Ooh.
Cool.
So wait, if we have 2 of those already, then which one does this connect to? That's
That
right.
one, it's a lot larger than the other one. So this one you can send a message to anyone. It doesn't have to be
Okay.
to that specific sending stone. They're not connected. And also, you find a diamond worth 300 gold pieces.
Well,
Because
interesting.
I know a revivify is at least a diamond worth 300 gold
I
pieces.
like that you
so-
said that because I immediately got terrified that you gave us a diamond. Just like, is someone going to die? Are we
No,
going to need
I-
to use this?
I know you're all at high enough level now, so I want to make sure, like, if I accidentally do unalive one of you, you can at least possibly bring them back.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Someone tell me what the stick is.
Oh my
I
god.
want to know.
Give me
I
your.
wanna
It has
know.
to be.
Can you show me?
All right. I identified the big stick.
Okay, and the stick is a wand of secrets.
Wand of secrets.
Ooh,
Oh.
that can come in handy.
You can expend, if I remember correctly, you can spend a charge which has 3 charges to find a hidden trapdoor or like doorway that's in within 30 feet of where you cast it at.
Ooh.
Oh boy, a secret tool used for later.
Oh no.
Oh, great.
Little boy.png.
Does anyone else need anything identified? I have one more slot left for it.
Nuts. Oh.
Just moving stuff into
Oh,
my
wow.
bottomless bag.
Should be good.
Did we find clothes?
Yeah, you found
Yes, we did.
you can find any kind of clothes you want, like for like the colder weather. You can kind of
Okay.
even like have it however you want it to be. Some of it, depending on how like extravagant you want, it might not be as tailored to your size, so it might be a little because there's nobody there to adjust it. But you can find basically anything you want within reason. Okay. But that seems to be all like the cool stuff that you can find in the city. It seems like a lot of the other stuff was ransacked or taken by other people.
Fun.
I'm just gonna say this super quick. Just as like RP stuff. Connor like immediately finds his like cold stuff, and while everyone else is like going around, he's taking this like some of the things he is like had like shoved in random places and just putting it in the bag. So like all like you like the like you like he has a crowbar somewhere, just places it in the bag, like pulling it out of his like sweatshirt. He's having
Did
fun.
we ever distribute the stuff
Which
from Jason's old character?
stuff? It's pinned.
It is pinned.
So if you
okay.
don't-
That
have
is
it,
up
put it
to
in.
y'all to decide. I thought y'all already did do that.
We did, but like if someone didn't put it in their thing, then that's a different story.
Wait, what the fuck?
I can hear fireworks going off.
Yeah, I can hear
Those
it
words were
too.
again. I cannot
Disgusting.
control vapors.
But
Imagine celebrating independence while taking the independence of other people in your country.
Amazing.
That's what I'm off of.
basically everything is just going in this bottomless bag.
Wish I could move to the land where these people find the audacity.
So, like, do you want us to tell you what clothes we found?
You can like write it in like the like kind of like either let there be art or like the I think not campaign notes or important info or something. Just something like where you can like kind of describe what your character looks like and updated and all that stuff. Or who dis be, who dis be, the one that's just like floating by itself up on the top of everything above the text channels for whatever reason. But you can kind of like specify what outfits and stuff you have or aesthetic you're going for. But yeah, is there anything else y'all would like to do? And by now, as you're like finished traversing city, the Red River is like completely out of sight. You can't see it anymore. Like it's gone, and the smell of it and like the noise from it is gone as
Already
well.
moved on.
It's already moved on. It's
Connor can now hear correctly.
Alright. Then shall we head forth on to Farnmoss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First stop.
So let's start rolling some random encounters.
Oh god.
Ooh.
Okay.
Can we run into another T-Rex?
Possibly. I don't think
there-
in the
Oh,
biome
God.
you currently are in that there are T-Rexes, but
What a shame.
Out of curiosity,
Okay.
Dustin, is the bottomless bag just the same thing as bag of holding?
I think it's a little bit better than a bag of holding. I think it has more space.
Okay. Because
Also, I will add in the feature as well because I feel like it's fun. You can add like a cold feature in your bottomless bag, so you can make it cold. So if anything needs to be
So we could keep Medusa's head in
refrigerated.
it.
refrigerated, a refrigerated bottomless bag.
Could
Do we have to put the
also-
Medusa head in there so it doesn't?
Oh,
Uh,
bye.
Just,
Oh.
That's just Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting dice and switching to a laptop.
Yay!
Can we also put in the diary?
Oh yeah, if you want to hand me a diary, go for it.
And it seems like you need to cast or expend energy onto the book to be able to read the pages. It can't just be cold. It doesn't. You have to actually like use some magic with it.
One of us have to
Was
get a
that
cold spell.
Joy is saying you can't put the fancy book inside of her.
Would it take less effort when we're casting the cold spell if it's already cold?
No, Tisha. Also,
Like,
on
the cold
this,
spell is a second level spell. It's actually a first level spell for this now. Anyways.
wait, day.
We're good.
So actually, we're still day 36. We're still the same day.
Okay.
While y'all are traveling, can I have somebody roll a d20?
Yes, I got you.
Okay, and then tell me what you got.
Oh, sorry, that's a
the
D12.
fabulous scarf that you obtained.
I got a 16.
16.
Much better than all the ones I rolled for the fun of it. I got a
What'd you
5,
roll?
7, and a 3.
Is higher better though? Is the question.
Oh no, I rolled 20. Damn.
Well, you wasted a 20. Congrats.
It's fine.
Okay. And so there is a path from basically Athens to there. You basically just got to go like up north and like eastish because it's basically like Helmfirth is just centrally located everywhere. But you just basically go like make a triangle, so it'd just be like here is Helmfirth, here is Athens, and then you just kind of go like doot up here to Fern Moss. And as you're traveling, you do notice a circle of standing stones. Just like just a circle of stones.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Morgan.
Hello.
Just like off onto like a field nearby, on like near the path. And
Shall we check out Stonehenge?
and as you approach, you kind of like stand like on the outside, and you kind of like start stepping into it, and you kind of feel like the breeze and everything around you is just stopped. Like you don't feel a breeze anymore. The air is like kind of surprisingly and concerningly still. And you know, like as you like step out, you kind of feel like your fur brushing in the wind, and like you see the like trees and grass like flowing in the wind. But as you stand in there, it's just completely still.
Creepy.
That's kind of sus.
Okay,
Shall we
well,
head towards the middle? I'm
Okay.
curious.
So like,
And as you
kid.
walk to the middle of the circle, I'm gonna need you to roll a intelligence saving throw.
Oh, no.
Great. That's
Wait,
always
can I
great
also
to
not
hear.
be in the bubble anymore?
And as Slade is walking to the middle of the circle, Throna just appears out of the bubble. As
Bard
Slade
just
makes
senses like Thorona needs to be here and just winks her out.
I find it more funny if the Rona's just coming out of the bubble, just looking like, no, wait, immediately.
Wait, can
Oh
I
my
do
god.
Can I do a... What kind of check do I have to do for that?
I will say it's too late for you to make a check
I
for
know,
anything.
but I also want to make, like, for the rest of the party.
I'm gonna just have. We'll wait till after. So I know I want.
Am I rolling a d20 for the saving throw?
Yes, it's always a d20.
Gotcha. I got a 14, and I have a +1 in intelligence.
Oh, 15. So, oh, I dropped my book. So as you're standing there, you kind of just instinctually just close your eyes. And it's just quiet. And it's concerning, but also kind of peaceful and relaxing at the same time. And then you open your eyes and you see nothing. And you're just kind of just standing in like an empty void. And you just hear a voice saying, "What question do you have?"
Oh my god. Okay.
And also you hear, "With every question, it takes time."
Oh no.
Oh no,
What
no,
is that?
no, no. He does not speak. He does not speak.
I just saw a cattail just.
Let's say, anyone else
of-
notice my blah, blah, blah.
And
the cat
as
has
you
a
just
It's gonna happen again.
and and then you just hear the voice one more time. "If you have no question, don't waste my time." And then you close your eyes, and then all of a sudden you can start feeling the wind blowing on you. And are you sure that you don't want to ask anything?
Ooh. I don't know what
I
to
wouldn't
ask though.
risk it. I don't know who it is, and I don't want you to risk your life.
I don't really want to risk it either, to be honest.
And as you open your eyes, you are back in the center of the circle. You hear the wind blowing, you feel it, and everyone you saw Slade walk in, and then it seems like at the same moment you all blinked and all the standing stones are gone.
What?
What?
And
Like they're
Slade
gone,
just
right?
like you all seem to blink at the same time and just they all vanish at the same time.
Ugh.
What is
But-
sleep?
But
Sleep
Slade is
in
still
it?
there. Slade is fine. Nothing happened to Slade yet.
Yet?
I don't like that.
Lovely. We're doing great.
But yeah, that's it.
Intriguing.
Fascinating.
I don't like it.
Lovely.
Well, none of you know what happened. Slade, would you care to RP what happened?
So there was a disembodied voice.
Oh, that's always great.
Yes. And
As you hear the echo.
she asked if I had any questions. But if I had asked a question, the consequence would be, quote, "It takes time." And I have a feeling this is not the last we'll be seeing one of these places.
Creepy.
That's a question.
Dustin, I have a question.
I might have an answer. It
Don't
takes
waste
time.
time.
Again. It takes time.
But if you don't have one, don't waste his
Okay.
time.
And if you don't have one, don't waste your time.
I just said that.
Yeah.
I
holy shit, that was
forgot Slade
Anyway.
was supposed to tell everybody.
If Slade were to describe the voice, could I possibly know the voice?
No.
Damn.
It's like a disembodied, just like hollow. It didn't have really. I don't know if I said it sounded like a female or anything, but it's just like a voice. You're not quite sure if it was masculine, feminine, or anything like
Okay.
that. It was just very androgynous, very
Real distinct features.
just nothing distinct. It didn't sound nasally or high pitched. It just was just like a
Disembodied voice.
disembodied voice.
Gotcha.
Sounded like a disembodied voice. Perfect
Like,
descriptions.
How
Well.
intriguing.
Yes, no clue who it was. Just a voice.
Were you able to
Lovely.
see symbols or anything?
No, absolutely nothing. It was blank space.
Wonder what would have happened if you asked who it were.
I'll never tell.
It would have taken time.
Wish I could turn back time.
So we continue to Farnmoss?
Yeah, and then you travel for the rest of the day on this grassy land, and nothing else seems to really happen that day. And then on day 2 of travel,
We get a long rest.
you
I
all get a
no
long
longer
rest.
have 5 HP.
Yay.
Hooray!
Luckily, I didn't. I rolled 2 D100s for the encounter, and I was like, should they fight something, or should they have like just something cool happen?
Something cool happened.
Something cool
Because I have a
happened.
feeling that's not the last we'll hear of that disembodied voice.
Maybe, or maybe not. Maybe that might be the only time. Who knows?
Unless Dustin rolls it again.
Whoa. Kidding. Okay, so you all get a long rest. Nothing seems to happen. Day 2 of travel. Would somebody else like to roll a d20 for me? And tell me the results. Who is it? Rollies.
Rollies.
Who's gonna roll the highest? Rollies.
Everyone just rolls.
What is
Everyone-
it again?
Just roll a d20 and see whoever gets the highest gets to make the roll for the day.
I rolled this.
Okay, I got a 16.
You see your freaking dice give me a nat 1.
Well, we know
I got
who's not doing
Oh,
it.
I got a 3, okay.
Wait, Ash, what'd you get?
I had a 17.
Ooh.
Peter, what did you get?
Holy shit!
Got a 6.
got a 6. Well.
So Mara, I'm gonna need you. Also, if you already made a roll for like the day's travel, you don't get to. I want everyone to get a chance to choose your fate. Mara, can you roll another d20? Actually, roll 2 d20s for me and tell me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19 and a 6.
Okay. 19 and a 6.
Tip that.
What's 9 plus 10? 21.
21. Okay.
Stupid.
Okay. As y'all are walking, and you're starting to notice it's still like grassland-ish type terrain, but you kind of start to notice like a little bit more trees are popping up here and there, so you know you're starting to at least get slightly towards a forest, but nothing too crazy. And you do notice 3 people like by some bushes, some trees, like plucking fruits, like talking to trees and plants and flowers and all that stuff, just minding their own business, just kind of like, and they see you and they acknowledge you, but they don't seem to like pay you any mind. They're just minding their own business.
Do I recognize any of them?
Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. I thought that might be a different role. Give me a second. Wait.
Oops. Oopsies.
Well, I had what I had, so I'm just gonna keep it. Yeah, you do notice that like they definitely seem slightly familiar. You definitely have seen these people before, but you're not like friends with them or familiar
Yeah,
with them.
okay.
But you definitely recognize that they definitely are from Farnmoss.
Yeah, okay.
But they kind of like look you up and down, and there's a glint of recognition, but they also kind of just seem to want to stick to themselves. Like they don't go out of their way to like introduce themselves or
yeah.
say hi or anything. But you're also a little surprised to see him out this far. But
Okay.
like it's the city Farmhouse is a little bit more travel in the forest, like so they're like on the outskirts of it, and it seems to be like a little bit like they're seeming a little bit far from home, but sometimes people have gone on little treks outside that far, but yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
I want to wave hi to them as we walk past.
I want to wave hi too.
Give me a second. I'm writing.
Also, you in the notes page, we have a little list of what you like grabbed for the winter stuff.
I noticed that. I've just
Yeah.
not had anything because I don't know what that is at the moment.
Ah, why did you
Oh
do
yeah,
that?
Morgan. I don't know how much you saw, how much you heard, but we all got winter clothes for free. Woo.
Ooh.
Because we just kind of took what was in the town that was left over.
Oh, fair.
Does the Rona get anything interesting from it, or no? Because she was in the bubble.
I was in the bubble.
They're in the bubble, so she didn't really search or have a chance to search. So
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What if
Unfortunately.
Slade grabbed extra?
plus, also y'all got like a lot of good stuff. So
Yeah, it's
Also,
fine.
do
if
I
I don't
just-
get anything, it's okay.
Did we split the gold pieces evenly?
that's
That's a
that you found it. You and Mara, like you dumped the gold out, and Mara's right next to you with the 700 gold pieces.
So I put it
forgot
back
I
in the
was
bag.
next.
Huh?
I put it back in the bag for now. We'll deal with it later. If people actually remember.
Mara will remember this.
I will not forget. I'm not gonna let you hog all of the money.
Yeah, I'm
Jesus.
great with money. But yeah, I found a bottomless bag. So I have a bag of holding now. And
Nice,
an
nice.
eyeglass to identify things. So Peter's not the only person to identify things anymore.
At least once a day.
Yeah. Mara got a wand of
Nice.
secrets. It
Ooh.
like reveals hidden traps.
Find a hidden trap door or doorway. I can
Chad
use
has
that
like
for 3 charges.
yeah, Chad has a dark vision goggle thing.
Yeah, from a stuff.
And Slade got a sphere that he can cast sending once per day.
And we also got a
Also
diamond.
diamond.
Ooh, okay.
So if someone dies, we have the resources to revive them.
Yeah, that last
Wonderful.
battle we definitely needed reassurance.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
Sorry.
as you are like basically walking into the outskirts of the forest, starting to going where it's the tree population density is starting getting heavier and heavier. I'm gonna need someone. Well, yeah, and that's it. That's the end of the day. So you take another long rest,
Hello.
and then
A second long rest. Ooh.
a second long rest,
Urgh.
and Therona.
Hi.
Hi. While you are asleep, you have an interesting dream.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Oh no.
You are back at home in the village, and you're like standing in front of like the giant like sacred tree that's like kind of in the middle of the city, and like and you are just sitting there just admiring it, and it's just like you just feel like a radiance of like warmth, love, and light from it. And then you kind of blink your eyes, and you're still there, but you kind of start to see like one leaf starts to fall just down and like lands right in front of you,
Oh, God.
and then you see
Spooky.
another leaf slowly start to fall in front of you.
Tree monsters.
And they kind of seem to start falling more and more at a rapid rate, and you start seeing the tree start like corroding, kind of like shriveling, like the leaves are like dying as they're falling, and like the tree starts slowly like shivering slash and then you wake up and you notice, did you pick a location for the little poison bite that I told you about, like for like the wound thing?
Well, they were all around my feet, so I guess one of my ankles.
And you kind of like instinctively just kind of like start reaching down, and you notice that like the poison that was there, it's like it was only like a small area, it seemed to like grow in size a little bit.
Oh, my God.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Yeah.
Oh,
What a cliffhanger.
great.
I like leaving him off on cliffhangers because I'm like, I definitely want to have a dream, and I have a thing, so we're just gonna incorporate it now.
Great. Fabulous.
Fabulous. That is my simple request.
All
Literally
things
joined for
fabulous,
what?
bigger and
Not
better
even
and
20 minutes.
best.
And I get traumatized.
The second you enter, just trauma.
Instant trauma.
And I will also add a preface. It feels like the connection between like you and this beautiful tree that you grew up with and like had a special connection with just seems to like fade slightly or weaken a little bit. It's still there. You can still feel its presence and stuff, especially as you enter the forest, but like something's wrong.
No. Okay. Well, I know what I'm doing when we get back to this next time.
That's where
Trying
we're
not to
gonna
die.
And
And
next
it-
week we're missing Peter and Tisha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yay, more backstory. Woo!
story.
Does
No,
anybody
well.
else have thunder happening outside right now?
Absolutely not, Tisha. Why would there be thunder outside where I live and you where you live? It's like we live in completely different places, Tisha.
Yeah, totally.
Some of these fireworks though are like humongous.
Oh, maybe it is fireworks. I
I
could
can
be
hear
wrong.
fireworks.
Bruh.
I hope it rains on them and they can't light any more fireworks.
Wow!
So I might need some help, guys.
Oh,
Mhm.
That kind of doctor.
So
Hello.
damn.
I am about to call my dad, who is a conservative Navy veteran,
Oh no.
to break it to him that I am not going to be coming home to celebrate the 4th of July because I am not feeling patriotic this year. So,
Oh god.
what do I say? How do I approach that?
Just say you're not able to come down. You don't need to give him an entire like description why. Just
But,
say you're not
like,
right now because of gas and all that bullshit.
I mean,
The thing is, I don't think Tisha wants to lie about it. They want to be upfront about their
Hold on,
feelings
hold on,
about
hold on,
it. And
It's
yeah.
not
so I'm like, I
lying.
can understand being like, oh, you can't come up, but you want to give a reason why to preface like, this is not okay. What's happening?
I mean, you could just be like, listen, I'm just not feeling it this year, this year, and I just don't want to drive that long right now.
Just for my also like I don't feel patriotic because my rights as a person is slowly being taken away or being taken away from me, and I don't feel like I want to celebrate a country that is not the home of the free, land of the brave. It's home of the oppressive and shitty.
And on that, I'm gonna stop
Say
the
all of
recording.